Who doesn't love a mac and cheese? And today we're making mine. It's creamy, it's gooey, it's got a panko breadcrumb. I mean, hello, you're gonna absolutely love it. Let's just start. What's up, guys? I'm Diespo, and today we're making a 4-cheese mac and cheese. So for our cheeses, I'm using a mixture of extra sharp cheddar, mild cheddar, Monterey Jack, and also some mozzarella. Now, the important thing about your cheeses here is that you wanna buy the blocks of cheeses and then grate it yourself. Now, this is because when you buy those packages of like the pre-shredded cheeses, it's usually made with like a non-clumping agent that just makes it so it doesn't melt as nice, okay? And we want it to melt nice, okay? We want to have a gorgeous, gooey, melted mac and cheese. That's it, okay? So let's just get right into it. Now, the first thing that we're gonna do is pre-toast our breadcrumbs, okay? This is an important step because if you don't pre-toast them and then you just like put them on the mac and cheese and toss in the oven, you can easily overbake your mac and cheese because you're waiting for the breadcrumbs to get nice and golden and toasted. So if you pre-toast them, it just leads to a better result. So we're gonna start that first. Start off by adding 2 tablespoons of butter to a pan over medium heat. Once melted, add the panko breadcrumbs and stir. Make sure to watch it closely though so it doesn't burn. Okay, now in the meantime, while the breadcrumbs are toasting, you're gonna put your water on the stove and bring it to a boil. Then you're gonna toss in your macaroni. Cook it until it's about like 2 minutes shy of al dente, because remember, it's also gonna bake in the oven. And then run it under cold water, put it back into that pot with a tablespoon of butter, mix it all together, and then I'll let you know what to do next. Literally just plop in some butter and stir it all around. Also, the breadcrumbs should be good by now. Okay, so next we're gonna be making the roux. We're gonna be melting the butter and then adding in the flour and whisking it until it forms a paste. After that, we'll be adding in the milk and then the spices, etc., etc. I'm gonna show you exactly what we do. You'll start by adding 4 tablespoons of butter to your pan. Once it's melted, then you'll be adding your flour. Now, I started with a spoon here, but I do switch to a whisk because I like it better to get out the clumps. So you whisk it until you form a beautiful paste like this. After that, you're gonna start adding your 3 cups of milk, but very slowly. I do this in multiple stages. I'll add a little bit of milk and then I'll whisk it until it gets nice and smooth like this. Then I'll add a little bit more milk and then I'll keep on whisking it. Now, once all the milk is incorporated, I'll add in my spices and stir it around. Now, you want this to thicken up. This a little too thin. After about 8 minutes, it'll get nice and thick like this. You want it to coat the back of a spoon and make this cute little mark right here. Just don't forget to periodically stir it during that time so it doesn't burn. Anyway, now we're gonna start the cheeses. I do this in stages just like the milk. I'll do a little bit of cheese, stir it around, a little bit more cheese, keep stirring it around. Now, once all of the cheese is incorporated, you could start putting in your cooked pasta. Then you're gonna stir it around and make sure that it's incorporated. After that, I just put on all my little panko breadcrumb and you're good to go. Okay, so now that we added the topping on, we're gonna bake it. It's gonna go into a 350-degree oven, and it's gonna go in for just about 18 to 20 minutes. You wanna make sure that you don't overbake it because then you're gonna cook out the sauce, and that's literally the whole point of mac and cheese, is to have a beautiful gooey sauce. I mean, she's creamy, she's gorgeous. Ooh! That is so good. Okay, I gotta package this up before I eat the entire thing to the face. Love you. See you in the next one.